In the bottom right, in the blue, on this final match here, looking to move on to being the lone non-Terran in the round of 4, it's Dark. And in the upper left, in the red, playing a marathon game against CY to get here, it's herO. And I am very excited about this game for a couple reasons. First of all, it's herO Dark, and that is a fantastic matchup. We see it quite often. 50, 60 series over the course of Legacy of the Void. But more importantly, I'm excited about this because herO has been playing new iterations on his style. Last year was the year of herO style, of swarm toss, or whatever you want to call it, right? Blink, heavy gateway pressure, you're just always on the map, +1 timings, no robo for quite a while. And that was powerful. You know, that worked very well. In fact, herO really should have been in the finals of Valencia last year before he blinked to do a bunch of lurkers, lost his entire army, and died game 5 against Dark. But, yeah, that was game 5. Died game 5 against Dark. But he, it's been figured out a little bit since then. Obviously, herO can still win with it, and he does quite often. But it's not the only thing he does now. He has started to open himself up a little bit, go for some other options, different builds. And the one that I'm excited about, I don't know that we're going to see it in this series, but the one that I'm excited about is this herO style that goes immediately into carriers. And I know you say, oh, it's carriers that feels rough, but it's such a solid idea. It's high pressure. You get stalkers on the map very early. They're putting pressure on there. They're trading well. You're not really losing them, ideally. And you just drop a couple Stargates. You already have the one, right? Because that's how you want to go. You open up Oracles, and then behind that, you drop a second Stargate. You drop a Fleet Beacon. You move on. You hit with 2 carriers and this, and Stalker Snipe Queens, and it's really hard for the Zerg to deal with. But that's not going to happen this game. At least not in that story that I'm telling, because this is Twilight First out of herO in game number 1. He's playing counter to his idea, counter to my understanding, and counter to how a lot of people understand herO to play the game. So it's Twilight on the way. It's going to be Glaives coming out of herO here in this game number 1 on Gressvan, we got to assume. Yeah, okay. Glaives should get started here pretty quickly. And then, that's an interesting idea. How does Dark choose to open? Because I think Dark, actually, I guess Dark is going to open like you would normally do. I mean, there's a very standard Zerg opener for a reason, but as I say that, Dark Shrine on the way, it's not going to be Glaives. It's going to be a little bit different. So, a little bit more committed. DTs are going to try to find the value that they're looking for. Archon drops after that. And now, we ask ourselves 2 questions. First of all, how does herO transition out of this? Is this charge a lot Archon kind of idea? Or does he get disruptors out of this? Probably not with DTs because the gas count is so high. Do you go for something else? I don't know. But for now, Dark Shrine just about halfway done. Warp Prism getting chronoed out here. The two additional gateways, so you go to 3-gate DT. And Dark, well, he's got those 4-minute spores on the way, which is just kind of what you want to do. It keeps you safe against a lot of things. So, yeah. Dark should be well prepared to defend. Although this is interesting. Dark he's dropping a Baneling Nest. I think he thinks this is Glaives. Or, as I say that, he's posturing on the map. No, okay, no, that was just the one Ling going for this cat, kind of shift clicked a little weird. But he is pumping a lot of Lings here, which you need, against the Dark Templar, whatever it is. But this is actually pretty solid for herO. As Dark now will get the scout off into the main, sees the Dark Shrine. That's really all he needs to know. And Archons are pretty abysmal, or Lings are pretty abysmal against the Archons. So Dark now dropping spores elsewhere. He's got 2 on the map right now. The natural is going to get started and should be done by the time the DTs can finally find their way in. And meanwhile, Dark is just Bane busting him. This is interesting, right? Because you get defensive DTs, and certainly they will be able to clean this up eventually. Warp Prism. Oh God, he gets the Warp Prism. 2 DTs dead. And that might just be the game. I don't want to be sensationalist here, but that might just be the game. Banelings come crashing into the third. No, they're just going to go to the natural. I guess. So let's see. The shield battery goes down. Banelings, actually, they can kill the DTs just off the splash damage. So Lings, again, continues to round more and more. One Dark Templar dead. Second one doing what it can. Now, we don't have a lair here. So this does have a timer on it. Eventually, DTs warped in defensively can, do something. And Adepts on the other side, they're not worth talking about. They force the pull a little bit. Although, into the natural here, this might be a little bit better, but Lings were pumped. So these Adepts don't get enough. The big deal. Dark gets, I think, was that 4 dead Dark Templar? Oh, he's going to find his, no, he's not. Not quite. So this actually, just got to pull back here. Dark gets the third base. He gets 6 probes. He gets 4 Dark Templar, 3 Dark Templar, I guess. Gets the Warp Prism. This is unmitigated disaster for Dark. Now, he still doesn't have a lair, actually. So it seems like he doesn't want to just immediately sledgehammer through. And this means this Archon drop might be somewhat useful. In fact, Dark is a little afraid of the counterattacker here. He's dropping a spine in the natural. And actually, he's going to find himself pretty heavily supply blocked. These overlords will die. Yeah, Queen actually, the high energy Queen actually finds herself off creep a little bit. Ling's now looking for this round. Queen's push forward, but there's not enough creep outside of the natural to get on top of the Warp Prism. So for now, Dark stays alive. But we really need that lair. It's only halfway done. And that means, again, there's just more pressured. Roach speed's not going to be a thing. Oh, that's a stack. But he doesn't quite find it. So only 2 workers. Only 2. Oh, there's another one. One more shot. 6 workers die. And now Queen's doing a great job of zoning the Warp Prism out. And that means these Archons, Warp Prism. Oh, okay, the Archons get out. Warp Prism doesn't take enough damage. And that's actually going to be a recall here. So herO is all in, though. He's very all in. He's got charge in just about 15 seconds. Getting chronoed out here. And this is Charge Lot Archon Immortal. It's an all-in. That's exactly what it is. Roach is getting at it in here. And I kind of look at this and I say, I don't really hate herO's chances, but on the flip side, Dark is up pretty heavily in supply, and he continues to pump Roaches, continues to pump Lings. He's got... No, he canceled +1, actually. He just wants to make sure he's got enough right now. Spine out between the natural and the third. Zealots run in, but there's at least a couple Banelings. Well, now the Roaches have to kite backwards. The Spine is taking heavy damage. One transfuse, it will fall, but still nice damage there even still. Roaches continue to filter on in, and Zealots now getting on top of the back line, getting on top of the Immortals here. Archons not tanking well enough. One's going to get saved on the back line here, but Dark is just swallowing this whole. It's a dead Archon. 2 Archons are dead. This is dead. herO does not get what he wants. Not at all. I mean, this game was scuffed from the moment that herO lost the Warp Prism. But he's going to try to go more. I mean, Anarobo Bay, I guess. It just doesn't. It doesn't feel good. It just really doesn't feel good. So now an attempted immortal drop on the high ground. This is threat. This can kill structures. This one-shot drones. That's always very nice. And heavy damage to queens too. But transfuse on the extractor, but not really gonna matter here. Actually, this queen might just... Too many queens arrived, I guess. And now, on to the other side here. More roaches, more ravagers, more lings. Do we have an overseer? We do. Not with the army just yet, but even still. This is going to be rough here. DTs defensively are going to do what they can. And where is our overseer? There it is. Okay, now these DTs. Archon's dead. Second one gets popped before it can do anything. Immortals on the back line are dead. Warp Prism's going to try to keep them alive as long as they can. There's no shield battery here. Nothing to really allow you to take a solid fight. I mean, I guess warp-ins are nice, but Dark is going to take this game number 1. herO has gone for so many Hail Marys in this game that he is absolutely full of grace, but the Disruptor shot just gets targeted down. That's the last one. That's not going to work at all. And now the third base, I mean, it doesn't matter. Third base is dead. herO holding on as long as he can, but yeah, I believe the Hopium is nice, but there's defensive DTs don't do anything either. Just observers there, overseers there, and herO has to tap out. Game 1 goes the way of Dark. And the bottom left in the red. He's down a game. His pressure didn't work. Losing a Warp Prism full of Dark Templar is a horrible way to start a game. Trying to fight back. It's herO. And the upper right in the blue, he's up 1-1 map from the round of 4. Dark. I'm so excited to see what herO has in store for us in game 2. I mean, game 1, right? Obviously, he went for the DT drop. It didn't work. Not at all. But game 2, let me see something a little bit different. But again, as we get into the second game in our series, I would like to remind you all that if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, you should hit the sub button, because I upload VODs, awesome games of StarCraft every single day of the week. Also, when something big happens in Stormgate, or I got ideas there, Stormgate news analysis, interviews with people that have played the game, stakeholders, devs, things like that as part of Stormgate Nexus. So you really should hit that sub button. And of course, like this video, let me know if you think Dark is gonna take it. Is he gonna be the one lone Zerg in the round of 4, the first non-Terran in the round of 4 in 2 GSL seasons? Or can herO make the comeback happen? That's the question we're asking ourselves in this game number 2. And for now, well, we just have to see how the game develops. It was a DT drop in game number 1. Didn't work out super well. Queen's got the Warp Prism. herO was just not microing as well as he should have, and that's just how that went. Dark, by the way. It was a little bit supply block briefly, but that's built in the build. That's fine. Does herO go Twilight first again? Doesn't look like it, right? We're 220 here. Yeah, there's the Stargate on the way. So this is more vintage herO. This is a herO that really goes. This is the herO that we're used to seeing, where you go and you get 3 oracles, you run across the map, you have pressure, you get blink behind that, you do more, and you make life difficult for the Zerg. So now, Oracle number 1, just about on the way. 1 Adept at home is I'm not sure why the GSL observers just want us to really stare at this Oracle or this Adept in the. Are they saying that's not a full wall? Yeah, they are. Okay. That looked like a wall to me, but I guess it's not. So here it has to drop a second gateway there. That's a little bit awkward. And first Oracle now on the way. First Oracle. So the first Oracle shouldn't get a lot done. It might get 1 or 2 drones, but it's not. That's not what this is about. The first Oracle is a scout. It's pressure on the map. It can, maybe kill lings. It can get a couple drones, but again, it's not what the map is about. So we're gonna have to see just how much value herO gets out of this. Now, the one thing he wants to do is Adepts. They filter into the natural, but they're gonna cancel that shade. Too many lings there. The one thing you're going to have to look for is the fact that this is a very quick, this is a hidden Evo chamber coming out of Dark. So Dark seems to be playing the +1 melee idea, the 50-50-50 thing that Dark went for, or that Scarlet kind of developed last year. You get decent timed +1 melee. You get 50 drones, then you get 50 lings, and you kind of handle the pressure from herO that way. But for now, Oracle's thinking about diving into the main. There are 2 queens here, so it's really not going to get all that much. And the interesting thing, okay, never mind. That is actually a 3rd Oracle on the map. I thought herO only got 2. But now, 4 Oracles, 3 Adepts, and this is, if you just bomb on top of a base, this can be a powerful fighting force here. So the Adepts thinking about finding their way into the natural, and even with the Lings shade following this, that's not enough. Oracles now thinking about, once again, they get a drone, but herO needs more. Like, we're used to seeing him get 7-8 workers, and now that's the exposed mineral line. He gets a couple more here, but spores target the weak Oracle down. So now, Baneling Nest on the way. More and more lings here. 50-50 indeed. And +1 melee should be ready in more than enough time for Blink to get done. So herO is not going to have a ton of room on the map to be able to do what he would normally like to be able to do. So, I mean, the Lings are going to find the Adepts on the middle of the map here, but Oracles can cover that one for the most part. Dark's actually queen walking. Okay. This is interesting. This is not what I expected out of this. I thought this was just going to be 50-50, right? You get a bunch of Lings, you hold on defensively, whatever. Dark wants to end the game. He wants to end the series. He wants to advance into the round of 4 right now. So, Baneley's getting morphed in here for the bust. +1 melee done in 15 seconds. Oracles are here. We need to see some stasis traps. I don't know that that's going to be enough, though. Like, we really need to see stasis traps going down. Shield batteries dropping. Cannons dropping. But these Banelings are going to find their way in very quickly. They're going to be pretty early on the attack, but instead, Dark thinking about the third base. Maybe. And now he's waffling. Now he thinks this is too defensive. Now he thinks he's going to go home, and this is the easiest hold hero's ever had in his entire life. Like, I mean, I like the idea. It's not. There was really no room for Dark to attack into, and I respect the read, but Dark committed on 50 drones to this. He bought a lot. Like, this was massively all in from Dark, and now he's got his lair on the way. He's got Carapace on the way, but I guess you got to spend the Evo on something. This is just... hero's gonna harry the hell out of this. He's gonna kill a couple queens. This is a disaster for Dark. And hero is so happy about how this game has gone. This is just beautiful. So now he absolutely can do what he wants to do on the map here. Starts to not creep down. Only just now is the 4th base only 2/3 of the way done for Dark, so his economy's not incredible. And now he blinks off creep. Now Oracles don't have a lot of energy. And these are +1 Lings, so actually hero gets a couple Stalkers caught here. That's not what you want. That's not how you take advantage of this timing, hero. Not at all. So the Stalkers have to blink backwards, finding their way onto the 4th base, but that's a lot of dead Stalkers here. So hero still in a little bit of trouble. The Oracles just don't have energy. So despite the disaster that opening was for Dark, still Dark finds value, and still the queens run forward. Off creep, another of them will get sniped, and that's not what you want, but at least you can trade. So now 2-1 on the way for hero here. Charge as well, getting that 4th base. Trying to establish that tempo on the map is now Lings between the natural, the main, or between the natural, the 2nd, the 3rd. Banelings into the 3rd base. They don't have speed, but it doesn't matter. 11 probes, 15 probes, a 1/3, a 1/4 of hero's economy. Now it's dead. Now it's gone, and hero... he was feeling so happy in this game, but he's taken a couple pretty significant punches over the last minute or so after everything happened. And by the way, Dark's Hive's halfway done. He's going to have Adrenal very quickly, maybe move into Ultras, but I really think it is all about that Adrenal as Lings are looking for this round. The force fields are nice. The Stasis Trap, not good enough yet. But hero can continue to kite backwards as well as he can. Another Stasis getting ready. So hero, this is a position to attack into. Effectively, he's got the perfect choke. The Stasis Trap Lings are serving as a force field in and of themselves as Dark continues to sally forward here. That's a massive stasis, though, and this might give Dark some opportunity, or might give hero some opportunity here to run forward. And now he's got 1-1. +2 attack is on the way. Does hero attack forward? Does he just wait for the stasis to end and kill a lot of Lings? I think the second answer is probably going to be the more likely one. But he's going to stay on the right side. Trying to put some pressure here, but he's just going to find himself surrounded. He's going to have to wholesale blink backwards, but look at how Dark's positioning. Lings are ready to get that surround here. This is a horrible situation for hero. There's nowhere for him to blink. It's on cooldown. He loses so many Stalkers. And it's just Lings. Granted, there's a Storm Host on the way. That's a misclick. That's not what you want. This was, of course, getting Hive like this was for +2, was for Adrenal, was for Ultras, which is an interesting decision, actually. Stalkers do fairly well against them. But Dark has the map now. Dark has established so much map control. Adrenal halfway done, 3-2 on the way. And losing all those Stalkers, I mean, this is 26 dead Stalkers here. So where do you go now, hero? What's your transition? Double Robo. Okay. Did he scout the Hive? No idea about the hive happening, but maybe he's got some idea. The fact that it is taking herO this long to transition into High Templar, oh, that's a nice catch. Well, 5 oracles are going to kill a lot of these lings, but the fact that it's taken herO so long to transition into High Templar. Dark's making use of the... Generally, we just see the Swarm Host get sacrificed, but he gets a couple probes. That's actually really nice here. Banelings don't have speed. Actually, that's a bit of... I could have sworn Banelings would have speed by now, but yeah, Banelings don't have speed, so that's something that certainly has been missing, especially as we get more Zealots into this army. But I think the big deal here is that Lings, yeah, they have Adrenaline. They got +2. This is dead Nexus. Run away, Dark. You're happy now. You have picked herO's pocket. But the fact that it took herO so long to transition into High Templar, to transition into Archons to storm against an army that was like 100% Lings, it's a bit unfortunate. Even still, though, at this point, Ultras are now on the field, but I feel like herO's ready. He's got 2-1. He's got Immortals getting chronoed out here. He's adding Archons in as well. And it's only 3 Ultras, so you're kind of fine. Now, we don't have Storm. So these High Templar, they will only be for the Archons, and that is a bit awkward. I feel like you want Storms in this army anyways as a High Templar. This army is going to get jumped on top of. Oh, this is bad. That's a couple dead Immortals. Meanwhile, Ultras, Banelings are going to find this 4th base. Lings getting the 5th. More Archons going down. All the tech of herO is gone in the blink of an eye. And yeah, Oracles, they actually kill Ultras fairly well because it's spell damage into a high armor unit. But even still, I mean, this is what? A dead Archon. Actually, it's a dead Archon, dead Immortal. I thought both would fall. Even still. And the Baneling. Dark, when are you going to get Baneling speed? It's not expensive. Not in this stage of the game. It gives you so much power. But he's not going for it. Not at all. He's just happy on his Ling Ultra. Bane's just for effect, I guess. Oh, this is a big run by right now. +3 Adrenal Cracklings into the main base of the natural. It's going to have to be a recall, and that means that herO has less pressure on the map, and now Dark, he's maxed out. Ultras don't want to take this fight, though. Not into +2 Immortals, not into Archons, but Lings are going to find more. It's going to be another dead Robo. Maybe not, but it's going to be... It seems like this is a dead base at the very least. Now Ultras on the counterattack here. This is obnoxious. Dark is not allowed to play... Dark is just not allowing herO to play the game at all here. It's just Ultras, run in, run by, get a couple things, back up, run away, fight again another day. Lings kill a base. It's great. All those Stalkers blink forward, and they will get one of those Ultras. How is there no Baneling speed on the way? You have 5 more. Dark, get speed. Dark, get... He's building Banelings. Like, Banelings are good in this game. But he's okay with just the Waddles. By the way, Lings, they're going to find the 3rd base. Lings in the main base are starting to knock down tech here, the ones that burrowed up earlier. herO's getting eaten out from the inside. And the Swarm Host burrow. Dark going back 7 years here for the single Swarm Host on the harass. Now, unfortunately for Dark, you just can't auto-rally it. And now, these Lings are in a bit of an awkward spot here. Archons and Zealots are going to kill them off. That's free, realistically, for Dark. He's mining 3,300 minerals a minute. He's maxed out here. He can afford to trade Lings, even if it's not always the most cost-effective trade as now. Banelings, they get a High Temp? Do they? No, I don't think they did, actually. That High Templar got... Yeah, the High Templar got saved. Okay. And now... Okay, finally Baneling speed's on the way. It's another run by. Finding his way from Dark into the natural. And again, you need stuff here. Shield batteries, cannons by themselves aren't enough. Now we're going to see the Cyber Core go down. That's a free High Templar in the middle of the map. This is free 2 Immortals in the middle of the map here. It's a dead Robo. herO is just slowly dying. Actually, quickly dying, it seems like. And the Lings, you know, with this burrow, Dark is just being obnoxious. He's got Lings. It seems like the Lings of the main actually got revelated, but Lings of the natural, they're still sitting here. That's another dead Archon. Morphed in, immediately killed. It's going to be maybe a 3rd one here. This is just what herO has to... I don't know what he's supposed to do here right now. Like, the supplies are decent. 108 army supply to 108. But it just doesn't feel like he can bring his army to bear. This is going to have to be the attempt, but there are so many queens on the heal, on the transfuse. That these are... the Immortals die so quickly. herO's army just dashed in the blink of an eye, and Ling's on the... this is dead. herO is dead and gone. This style from Dark never works, but it does this game. The Warpins, it's going to have to be more Archons, but all the Immortals are dead here. herO's dead. Dark played a marvelous game. Dark played an incredible game against a style that is not easy to deal. Is not easy to play. This Ling Ultra idea is so hard, but it works for Dark anyways. He takes the series 2-0, and that means herO falls down once again. He fails to make the round of 4 for the second time here in 2023, but Dark is our first non-Terran player in the playoffs, in the GSL, in 2023, and he does it in style. Dark, 2-0.